Think about the last time you made a new friend. Not a contact, not a LinkedIn connection, a friend. For most people watching this, the answer is college, maybe your first job, which means for a lot of you, it's been 8 years, 10, 12. And you explained it to yourself the same way everyone else does. Bas yaar, busy ho gaye. Life happened. Work got heavy, everyone moved cities. I want to offer you a different explanation. You didn't get busy. You moved into a city that was physically designed to make friendship impossible. And metros, and I live in Gurgaon. Gurgaon is one of the best examples in the world. Start with the most basic thing. Friendship does not begin with intention. I believe friendships begin with accident. You bump into the same person enough times, you say hi, and one day the hi becomes a conversation. That's it. That's the entire mechanism. Repetition without planning. Now look at your city. Walk out of your building in Gurgaon and try to go somewhere, anywhere. There is no footpath. Or there is a footpath for 200 meters and then it just ends. And you're standing at the edge of a 6-lane road, wondering how you became a pedestrian in a city that doesn't believe in it. So you don't walk. You take the car or the cab. And here's what that costs you. Inside a car, think about it. You are invisible. You cannot bump into anyone in a car. You go from a private box through a private box into another private box. Building to car to office to car to building. Zero accidents, zero repetition, zero friends. Old Indian cities were built on the assumption that you would be forced into people. Cities like Gurgaon are built on the assumption that you will be protected from them. Now the next layer, where you live. You don't live in a neighborhood. You live in a society. That's where most of the Gurgaon people live. And a society is not a community. It's a fortress with amenities. There's a boundary wall. There is a gate. There is a guard whose job is to decide who is allowed near you. Everything about it is engineered around one idea, keeping the outside out. And then we are surprised that nothing comes in. Ask yourself honestly, how many people in your own building do you know by name? You lived there 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You've shared a lift with the same people 200 times. You've done the small node. Neither of you have ever spoken. And the one place you all are connected is the society WhatsApp group. And what happens there? Parking complaints, water pressure, someone's dog, somebody's forwarding good morning flowers at 6 a.m. That group has 400, 500, 1,000 people in it, but it has never produced, I believe, a single friendship because it's not a community. It's a complaint department with emojis. Here's a part that should actually bother you. The people you interact most consistently in a week are the guard, the delivery boy, the didi who cleans your house. Real repetition, real genuinity. And we have made all those relationships purely transactional. We have taken the only recurring humans in our life and decided structurally that they don't count. Now the next point, and this is something that nobody talks about. There is an idea that I believe which is called a third space. Home is the first place, work is the second. The third place is everything else, where you go for no reason, where you stay for no purpose, where nobody is charging you by the hour. In India, these existed everywhere. Think about your college days, the chai tapri, pan corner, the park bench in the evening, the temple steps, the colony gate where uncle stood and discussed nothing for 2 hours every single day. Free, unplanned, repetitive. Now list the third space in a city like Gurgaon. Mall, cafe, restaurant, brewery, every one of them has an entry price, which changes the entire physics of your social life. Because now meeting a friend is not a thing that just happens. It's an event. It needs a plan. It needs a date. It needs a group chat where 7 people say, definitely. And then nobody picks a day. It needs a booking. It costs 2,000 rupees minimum, let's say. So it doesn't happen. And instead of admitting that, we say the sentence, the most quietly tragic sentence in urban India. Yaar, fir milte hain. We all know what that means. It means never. You have not lost the desire for friendship. You've been put into a city where friendship requires a budget, a calendar, and a car. And most weeks, all of us don't have all these three together. Quickly, because this one is very recent. For one generation, the office solved problem by accident. You didn't need third place because you spent 9 hours a day next to the same person. Smoke break, chai break, walk to the parking, that was the repetition. And that's why your closest friends are probably from your first job. Then 2 things happened. Hybrid work cut your in-person days to 2 or 3. And those 2 days got compressed into meetings because that's the logic. If you're in the office, let's use it. So even the office stopped producing accidents. Now you go to the building, attend calls in the building, come home. The last machine that was manufacturing bit of friendships for you has been switched off and nobody replaced it. Now none of this is your fault, but all of this is your problem. Nobody is going to redesign metro cities for your social life, which means if the city has removed accidental contact, you have to manufacture it deliberately. That's the whole solution. Not put yourself out there, not networking events. You have to engineer repetition. Now, how do you do that? So I've got a list of basic 4 things. All boring. That's the point. So start with the first. Become a regular somewhere. Not explore new cafes regular. The opposite. Pick one place. One tapri, gym, badminton court, park. Go at the same time on the same days. Same time matters more than the place because same time is how you meet the same people. Month 1, nothing. Month 2, maybe a nod. Month 3, a name. It works. It's just slow. And slow is why people don't do it. Second, choose the inefficient path. Buy vegetables from the same sabji wala instead of the app. Walk the 200 meters you would normally drive. Every convenience you have bought has been paid for with a human interaction that you deleted. You don't need to delete all of them. 3, host badly. The reason nobody hosts is that hosting has become a production. Cleaning, ordering, good plates, ghar theek karna padega. So we outsource it to a restaurant and it costs money and it doesn't happen. Call 3 people over, order the cheap food, don't clean. The bar for hosting has to be low or you will never do it. 4, promote your weak ties. The guard, the neighbor on your floor, the guy in the gym. Learn one name a month. These are not friendships. These are the soil where friendships grow. And the research is fairly consistent that the layer of loose, familiar context does more to how lonely you feel day to day than your closest relationships do. Here's the thing that I keep coming back to. You have 400 people in your phone. You have a nice apartment with a gym and a pool and a clubhouse. Maybe you've used twice. You have a security system that keeps everyone out. And it's working perfectly. You built a fortress and then wondered why it was quiet. The city isn't going to change. So the question is just, what's that one inefficient thing that you're willing to add back to your week? Tell me in the comments. I read all of them. Thank you for watching.